Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Amawan coming to you with another lesson. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakak Kadash. Double honors, as always, to our teachers, our leaders, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings always to the brothers out there that's doing this work in the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. So I just want to do this little lesson. Yeah, man, I was just the other night, I was just chill. I believe it was Friday night, and I was just, chilling, getting ready to go to bed, because I had to go, to work the next day, man. And it's just a little quick testimony, in regards to this lesson. So, I often look up, in the skies, in the heavens, to see if I can catch sight of, the beautiful chariots of the Most High, man. All right, because, as men in this truth, man, we take great pleasure in seeing the chariots, man, because it boosts our faith, and it reminds us of the impending doom for the non-believers and the wicked, man. All right, and also of our salvation, of our way of getting out of here, man, when the Most High sends his son Yahweh Shai back to put this place right, man. So anyway, I was just getting up to close the window, and I decided to peek my head out the window and look up, and straight away when I looked up, I saw a chariot, man. Okay, and it was just just gliding as they do majestically, and it was going past the stars, and we've seen them enough times to know when we sit looking at a chariot, man. But it was beautiful, man, and it was all through the spirit, man. It wasn't by chance or luck or anything else or coincidence that made me look up at that specific time to catch that. That was all through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. I was meant to see that. Now, there's been times where I've seen them and I've attempted to record on my phone, and it either doesn't record or I mess it up or whatever, man. That's because it wasn't meant to be like that. All right, it was just meant for me to view it. All right, I actually managed to catch the recording, and I'm not even gonna bother to play it. But yeah, I managed to record it anyway. But it was more of a case of seeing if I could, whether, it didn't really matter to me if I recorded it or not. I just, it kind of did, because of all the times when I've tried and failed. But anyway, the Lord allowed me to film it, But yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, that's we should be in that spirit, man. All right, of looking up all the time, man, because these are the signs for us. All right, these heathens are seeing these things all over the earth on a regular basis, man, and the best they can do is play these, what they'll call a phenomenon, off as drones or some sort of military or government experiment, or some madness like that, because they don't understand what's going on. Right? We know what's going on. All right, and it takes a strong amount of faith to see these things and believe that they are the chariots of the Most High, man. All right, we've gone from, and so like, I'm going to get into the scriptures in a minute, but I just need to say this. We've gone from, being in the world and having very little knowledge of these things, these spiritual things from the Most High, Yahweh, and coming into this thing of ours, this truth, and 100% believing in what we see, man, and believing in what they are. We preach that, Yahweh Shai is coming back in chariots, man, aka UFOs, what these people on this earth call UFOs, man. Anyone would think that we were crazy, but we know the truth. So anyway, I'm just going to read some scriptures, and just comment on the scriptures, and that'll be that. And Lord willing, they'll be edifying. So let me start here. Luke 21. It's 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." And remember, we're in the last day, right? Not the last days. We're in the last day, according to the Most High, right? So everything is now kicking off. The signs are there. You've got inflation and food prices and fuel prices rising, wars going on, rumors of more wars, talks of nuclear weapons being used. You got all this alphabet business at an all-time high. That spirit of Sodom is at an all-time high. You got women running around, doing whatever they want to do on this earth. A lot of situations they're above the man. Men are behaving like, females. Everything's upside down, man. So, we were teaching. So, like, I'm gonna continue, but I just want to mention this. We were teaching yesterday, and this young girl came up and she was asking questions, man. And she said, and when someone, I think the elder said, the elder Laban said, things have always been bad, something like to that effect. And she said, but this time feels different, because she could feel that it's at its peak. Things are at its peak now. So, destruction is nigh. Yahweh shall return in those chariots to redeem his people and destroy the wicked off the face of the earth, man, and cleanse this earth through fire using those nukes. That time is at hand. So yeah, we're in those times. It says, verse 26 says, "Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." And the powers of heaven, those powers of this heaven, because remember, there's a heaven on earth, man, and it's being ruled by the Edomites. Right? They're about to be shaken, all right, because they're about to be usurped. They're about to be taken out of the top spot and being replaced by the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Verse 27 says, "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory." I wonder what the Christians think when they read these verses. We know what the clouds represent. They represent the chariots, just like the whirlwind represents the chariots. All right. It says the same thing in Revelation 1:7, man. Behold, he cometh through clouds, and every eye shall see him. All right. And the paraphrasing, even they that pierced him, and all heart shall fail, and all shall well because of him. Because the people on the earth are gonna know that destruction is about to occur, big time, right? Verse 28 says, "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." Right. So, right now we're looking up, man. We're looking for that salvation, but we know we're not gonna get taken up now, because certain prophecies have to come to pass, man. But those are the signs in order to remind us, all right, of what's going to occur. And besides, remember, it talks about the angels in compassing about, let me see if I can get that, because I can't remember where it is. If I get it right, hopefully I'll get it right, and I'll get it straight away. No, maybe it'll come to me whilst I'm doing this, because I can't think of how it goes properly now. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's go to the next scriptures, man. Let's go to this one. I like reading this one, man. First Thessalonians, I'll start at 4 and I'll start from 14. It says, "For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so, them also which sleep in Yahushua will Yahweh bring with him." Right? It says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep." They already have their place. All right, you die in this truth, right? As a faithful servant, man, your place. And look, if you're already of the elect anyway, it doesn't really matter, because your place is already set. All right, your seat is booked on that flight. Right, there's no stopping that. All right, so what is meant to be is meant to be. It says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first." All right. "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds." Right, those clouds are the chariots. You know those and I always revert to the Christian doctrine, man. But you know, when they read that, I guarantee you they think their thoughts are floating up into the sky through the clouds, man. You know? No, man, that means to be caught up in the chariots, all right? Right? It says, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord." Right? And that's a sign to say what? You get caught, that's your moment of, you've made it, man. You've made it. That's what we're here for, man. So we teach the word so we can do the will of their Father, you know, and of the Son, and escape that doom, all right? Which is ultimately our salvation. We're not saved yet. Let's make that clear. We're not saved yet, man. "He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved," man. Right? We're not saved yet. It says, "Wherefore comfort one another with these words," man. These should be words of comfort. You know? Just like the viewing of the chariots, man. That's a sight to comfort you, to boost your faith. Right? Isaiah 26. And I'll just start from I'll just get to the point. Like verse 20 says, "Come, my people, right? Enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as if it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." Right? And what's the indignation? The indignation is the righteous anger of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. That righteous anger, because it is righteous, man, because of the wickedness that's been wrought upon this earth, right? Is bringing about the indignation from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Right? So it says, "Hide thyself as if it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." And the major part of that indignation is those, you know, those nukes, man, that World War III, like the bomb, the missile popping off, right? So those chariots will be a place of refuge. It says, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The blood also shall disclose her, the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more be covered and shall no more cover her slain. So it's punishment time. That day, that is a day of pure judgment, man. You know? Let's get one I haven't read in a while. Isaiah 66 and 15 says what? For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. That's why the word whirlwind is synonymous with the chariots in the scriptures, man. To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead, means to judge with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Right? Many. It's a day of darkness and not light, man, as the scriptures say. Verse 17 I'll read to finish it off. It says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Breakers of the commandments, man. Alright? And that's one of the easiest ones to keep, is to not eat the abominable foods, man. So, you know, any of you out there that say you're in the truth and you're sneakily eating, you think you're sneakily, consuming these abominable foods, man, the Lord sees that anyway, man. So, you're just condemning yourself. There's no food on the earth that's worth risking your salvation for. As a side note. There's a lot of, I'm going in Isaiah again, there's a lot of chariot talk in Isaiah, man. And I'm going to read, this will probably be the last one I read anyway. It's just a quick one. I might read another one after this, actually. So this is Isaiah 31 and 5. It says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it. Yeah. Because they're defending the destruction. Yeah. That's coming, man. And it's like I always say, it's destruction and deliverance at the same time. Right? Defending also, he will deliver it. And passing over, he will preserve it. The Lord's preserving his elect of the nation of Israel, man, to restart the kingdom. That's the plan. That is the plan. So yeah, I'm gonna finish off on that one. I think the point has been made, man. Those chariots, man. Lord willing, I'll be in one of those, man, when Yahushua comes back to deal with the matter, Lord willing, I make it, and I'll be in one of those, man. Right, so yeah, as the scriptures say, look up, man. Look up for that redemption, man. Get that boost of faith, man. All right, they're real, and they're out there. All right, and they're watching. This is the eyes of the eyes of the Lord, man. They're upon the sinful kingdom. All right, and it's the curse, as the scriptures say, that goeth over the whole face of the earth, man. Because it's the curse unto the wicked. So anyway, with that, I'll give all praises once more to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bahashim Kakudash, and I'll say shalom to the next one. Lord willing, this is edifying, as well. So yeah, shalom.